Hey everyone, welcome back. We're doing a deep dive today into life after 50, and you know what? It might just be the most fulfilling chapter yet.
Hmm.
Our main source is a blog post by Dr. Heike Franz. She's all about empowering women at this stage to be wealthy, healthy, and happy.
Yeah.
So we're going to debunk some myths about this time of life and uncover why it's a time for embracing your strengths,
Right.
not fading into the background.
What I find fascinating is that Dr. Franz, she doesn't shy away from the real challenges of midlife.
Yeah.
She talks about her own 40s, a time when she prioritized productivity over enjoyment and put her own needs on the back burner. It makes her message that much more relatable.
Totally. She realized that pushing aside fun wasn't a sustainable plan, especially as she entered her 50s. And you know what? She sees this stage as a time when we truly come into our own. We've got the experience, the resilience, and let's face it, a BS detector that's honed to perfection.
Absolutely. Dr. Franz points out that we're no longer trying to impress everyone. We've learned to say no without guilt, and we're better at recognizing what truly deserves our energy. These are invaluable assets that you've built up over time.
Okay, so let's unpack this midlife myth that Dr. Franz is challenging.
Mm-hmm.
You know that societal expectation that women over 50 should somehow disappear into the background?
Exactly. It's like we're supposed to trade in our vibrant wardrobes for beige cardigans and
Ah.
resign ourselves to a future filled with anti-wrinkle creams and orthopedic shoes.
Huh.
Dr. Franz argues that this narrative is not only inaccurate, but also incredibly limiting.
Right.
It completely disregards the wisdom, energy, and vibrancy that women over 50 bring to the table.
It's so true. And don't even get me started on those age-defying products marketed with models who are barely out of their teens.
Mhm.
How can a 19-year-old possibly speak to the experiences and needs of a woman who's redefining herself at 50?
It's a complete disconnect. And even when brands do feature older women, they're often airbrushed to the point of being unrecognizable.
Right.
Dr. Franz wants us to shift our perspective entirely. She sees midlife not as a decline, but as a milestone, a time for reassessment and prioritizing what truly matters.
I love how Dr. Franz reframes midlife as a positive crisis. It's
Yeah.
like a chance to break free from old patterns and emerge stronger and more authentic.
She even quotes a definition of crisis as a situation that pushes us beyond our usual coping mechanisms, ultimately leading to growth and greater autonomy. Think about it this way. Those midlife challenges you're facing, they could actually be catalysts for incredible personal development.
It's such a powerful shift in perspective. And it leads perfectly into Dr. Franz's focus on health. She emphasizes that it's not about deprivation or trying to look 20 again. It's about ensuring you have the energy and vitality to enjoy the next few decades to the fullest.
Absolutely. And Dr. Franz has a unique approach to health, outlining 3 pillars that are especially relevant for women over 50.
Okay.
The first one might surprise you. She advocates for strength training over starvation.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Dr. Franz argues that building muscle mass after 50 is crucial for combating age-related metabolic slowdown and maintaining energy levels. It's about feeling strong and capable in your body, not just chasing a number on the scale.
Exactly. Forget the fad diets and focus on building strength. It's a game changer for your metabolism, bone health, and even helps with maintaining a toned physique. Not to mention who doesn't love feeling strong and empowered.
Okay, the second pillar is all about food. And get this, Dr. Franz encourages us to view food as fuel, not the enemy. Forget restrictive diets. It's about nourishing your body with protein, fiber, and healthy fats.
Yes, and she emphasizes that you don't have to deprive yourself. Enjoy that piece of dark chocolate. It's about finding balance and making choices that truly nourish your body and mind.
Now, the third pillar focuses on stress management and sleep. Dr. Franz makes a great point about how midlife stress can take a toll on your body, increase cortisol levels, stubborn belly fat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's stress doing its thing.
Yeah.
And sleep is just as crucial. It's not just about feeling rested, it's about giving your body the time it needs to repair and recharge. Dr. Franz argues that prioritizing sleep is essential for managing stress and supporting your overall well-being. What I love about Dr. Franz's approach is that it's not about denying yourself pleasure or conforming to unrealistic standards. It's about making choices that support your long-term health and happiness.
Right, and she reminds you to protect your peace, setting boundaries, saying no when needed, and prioritizing rest. These are essential for thriving at any age, but they become even more important as we navigate the changes that come with midlife.
Right?
It's about putting yourself first and honoring your needs.
Now let's talk about career and passion projects. This is where Dr. Franz really busts the myth that reinvention is only for the young. She believes that women over 50 have this incredible opportunity to leverage their experience and skills in exciting new ways.
She argues that you've accumulated a wealth of experience that makes you incredibly valuable. Decades of building your expertise and developing your unique strengths.
Right.
Why not use that to your advantage?
Exactly. Dr. Franz suggests exploring options like consulting, freelancing, launching a business, or even switching careers entirely. It's about recognizing your worth and not being afraid to make a bold move.
Think about it. You've spent years honing your skills and navigating the complexities of the workplace. Now is the time to leverage that expertise for a career that truly excites you.
And Dr. Franz even suggests embracing technology, specifically AI, to work smarter, not harder. It's about using the tools available to streamline your tasks and free up time for the things you truly enjoy.
This is particularly interesting because it challenges the stereotype of older adults being resistant to change or technology. Dr. Franz sees AI as a powerful tool for anyone, regardless of age, who wants to be more efficient and effective in their work.
It's about recognizing that technology can be an asset, not a barrier to achieving your goals. And speaking of goals, Dr. Franz is a strong advocate for knowing your worth, especially in the workplace.
Absolutely. She emphasizes that if your current job isn't fulfilling or appreciative of your skills, it might be time to consider other options. Don't settle for a situation that undervalues your contributions.
So we've covered health and career reinvention. Now let's dive into a topic that often comes with its own set of challenges. Confidence and style after 50. Dr. Franz takes a bold stance here, declaring that attractiveness doesn't diminish with age.
I love how she calls out society's outdated beauty standards that equate youth with beauty and aging with decline. It's like we're supposed to believe that our worth and attractiveness magically evaporate once we hit a certain age.
Right. And she reminds us that confidence comes from within. It's not about trying to look 25 again. It's about owning who you are today with all the wisdom and experience you bring to the table.
She encourages you to dress for yourself, not for trends or societal expectations. Forget trying to fit into someone else's mold.
Yeah.
If a particular style makes you feel good, go for it.
Dr. Franz has this brilliant test for overcoming any outfit doubts you might have.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, would I rock this if I were 35? If the answer is yes, then go for it. It's about expressing your individual style and feeling good in your own skin no matter what society's outdated beauty standards try to tell us.
And speaking of style inspiration, Dr. Franz highlights two fantastic YouTube channels, Lynn's Luxe Looks and Nicole Johnson. Lynn shows you how to be stylish and age-appropriate without resorting to beige cardigans. And Nicole embraces her silver hair, proving that it can be fierce, modern, and incredibly chic.
I love that. It's
Yep.
all about finding what works for you and embracing your unique beauty at any age. And you know what? This confidence extends beyond our wardrobes. It's about how we carry ourselves in the world.
Exactly. It's about radiating the knowledge that we are valuable and worthy regardless of age. It's about owning our experiences, our wisdom, and our unique perspectives.
Now let's shift gears to the importance of community, which is something Dr. Franz emphasizes throughout her blog post. She believes that having a strong support network is crucial, especially as we navigate this chapter of life.
She actually gives some great advice on the types of people to avoid. People who drain your energy, constantly complain about getting older, or act like life is over at 50. Surround yourself with negativity, and it's bound to impact your outlook.
It's like that saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely.
She contrasts this with the qualities of a supportive tribe. Women who are taking risks, learning new skills, and lifting each other up instead of tearing each other down. Imagine a group of women who are all about cheering each other on, taking on new challenges, and constantly learning and growing.
That sounds amazing. So how do we find our tribe? Where do we start?
Dr. Franz suggests exploring platforms like LinkedIn and joining mastermind groups where you can connect with like-minded individuals. She even mentions using AI-powered networking tools to help expand your circle.
That's a great point. Technology can actually be a powerful tool for building meaningful connections, especially as our social circles may be changing.
She shares a personal anecdote about finding it challenging to relate to some women who have fully embraced the grandma mode while she's still running a business and pursuing her passions. She acknowledges the value of all roles, but admits that sometimes it can be hard to find common ground when people are in very different stages of life.
Right.
But she also emphasizes that diversity in friendships is a strength. We can learn and grow so much from connecting with women from all walks of life.
Absolutely. Step out of your comfort zone and connect with women from different backgrounds and experiences. You never know what kind of inspiration or insights you might gain from those interactions.
Right.
Dr. Franz's message is clear. We are not meant to do life alone, especially during this exciting chapter. Surrounding yourself with supportive and inspiring people can make all the difference as we navigate the opportunities and challenges that come with aging.
It's about finding your cheerleaders, your confidants, and your partners in crime as you embark on this next stage of your journey.
Okay, let's move into the power of mindset, which is a key theme throughout Dr. Franz's blog post. She reminds us that midlife is not about hanging on. It's about leveling up.
I love that. And she introduces this fascinating concept called neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to grow and adapt at any age.
Hmm.
This means we can learn new skills, change habits, and reinvent ourselves at any point in our lives.
Wait, hold on a sec. I know we have some listeners who might not be familiar with the term neuroplasticity. Can you break that down a bit further?
Sure. Think of your brain as a muscle that can be trained and strengthened. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This means that our brains are not fixed or static. They're constantly evolving and adapting based on our experiences and learning.
So it's like saying our brains are capable of learning and growing even as we get older. That's pretty incredible.
Exactly. And it challenges this outdated notion that we become set in our ways as we age. Dr. Franz uses neuroplasticity to show us that we can change, evolve, and develop new skills at any stage of life.
So it's not just wishful thinking. There's actual science behind this idea that we can continue to learn and grow no matter how old we are.
Precisely. It's about embracing the idea that we're never too old to learn something new, to challenge ourselves, or to step outside our comfort zones.
Dr. Franz also encourages us to ask ourselves some powerful questions. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What have you always wanted to try but haven't yet? What would make this next chapter exciting?
These questions are designed to help you identify your deepest desires and passions. They challenge you to think beyond your perceived limitations and to consider what's truly possible.
I think it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day and lose sight of our dreams. These questions are a great reminder to reconnect with our passions and reignite our sense of purpose.
Absolutely. It's about allowing yourself to dream big, even if those dreams seem a little scary or out of reach at first.
However, Dr. Franz also injects a dose of realism. She acknowledges that our bodies might not always cooperate with our ambitions.
Right.
Aging comes with wear and tear, and past choices like smoking sun exposure or unhealthy habits can catch up with us.
She's very open about her own experiences. She smoked for 25 years, skipped sunscreen in her younger days, and definitely enjoyed a few too many cocktails on occasion. She's also had a hip replacement. She's not afraid to be candid about these things, reminding us that none of us are perfect and that our bodies do have limitations.
It's refreshing to hear someone speak so honestly about the realities of aging. It makes her advice feel that much more authentic and relatable.
Right. And while we should strive to make healthy choices, it's also important to be kind to ourselves and accept that our bodies change over time.
Dr. Franz encourages us to find ways to adapt our activities and goals as needed.
Exactly. It's not about giving up on your dreams. It's about finding a way to make them work within the context of your current physical abilities.
And that brings us to Dr. Franz's closing message, which is all about taking charge and designing a life you love at 50+ stay. It's about recognizing that you have the power to shape this next chapter and make it truly extraordinary.
She urges you to prioritize your health, engage in work that excites you, surround yourself with the right people, and embrace new technologies, including AI. Don't underestimate the power of embracing innovation, even in midlife and beyond.
She really hits home with this powerful truth bomb. If you want the next 20 to 30 years to be amazing, you have to design them that way. It's not going to happen by accident.
She emphasizes the importance of refusing to settle and reminds us that this is not the beginning of the end, but the start of something incredible.
And she shares a poignant story about her mother, whose declining quality of life at 96 was partly due to a resistance to trying new things. Dr. Franz views this as a cautionary tale, emphasizing the importance of adapting and embracing change as we age.
It underscores the idea that staying open to new experiences and possibilities can contribute to our well-being and fulfillment in the long run.
Well, that's a wrap for part 1 of our deep dive into Dr. Franz's inspiring insights on life after 50.